What's up, guys? Welcome back to another edition of Carxs Baseball. Today on the channel we are back to our huge find catch-all box of a hodgepodge of different cards in this box. We've gone through the first two rows, that row right there and that row right there, but we have this row and this row to do. As you can see, I do have many cards in row 3 here, so I'm not going to go through each one of these cards. I am going to edit this particular column out because there's lots of cards in it, and I don't just want to go through a bunch of common cards with you. So I'm going to pick out the best of the best and just go through those cards. So hang on a minute. I'm going to go through this column and check it out, and I will be back with you guys in a minute and roll through these cards. Hopefully we can find some hidden gems. I do already see a bunch of Drew Pearson rookie cards. If you did watch my last video, I have probably 30 of these Drew Pearson rookie cards. So if you want any of those, let me know. I will be more than happy to sell them to you. Alrighty guys, we are back. It is definitely a good thing that I went through those cards first before going through them all on the channel, because it would have been an extremely boring video had I done that. I did find some cards that are worth going through, but this video definitely won't be very long. Might do more discussing of the cards than anything else. So you can see that this is the little stack that I came up with out of that column of Hall of Famers and whatnot, and players that I really liked when I was a younger man. Leading us off is this Bobby Smith card. If you don't know who Bobby Smith was, he was a really good hockey player for my Minnesota North Stars back in the day. I remember watching him and listening to him on the radio play. He did spend several years with the Montreal Canadiens as well, and this is a 1982 OPG Bobby Smith card. You can see he's a pretty tall guy, but he did lead us to one Stanley Cup final against the New York Islanders in 1982. George Foster on the 78. This is a really nice George Foster. He was not a Hall of Famer, but a really good Cincinnati Red for a long time. Billy Martin on the 83 card. 83 manager card with the Oakland Athletics. Billy Kilmer, he was a really good quarterback for many years with the Washington Redskins back in the day. He ended up his career, I think, with the New Orleans Saints. And this is, I think, a 1968 card. It never says on the back what year the card actually is, but I believe it to be a 1968 Billy Kilmer card, Topps Billy Kilmer card. We got Thurman Munson on the 77. Nice Thurman Munson card there. This is, I think, a year before he passed away, before he died in the plane crash. A gold 1998 Black Diamond, Upper Deck Black Diamond John Elway card. This is one of the years that he led the Broncos to the Super Bowl. This card is numbered 219 out of 1,500. Might even throw this one up for sale on eBay, so I will set that one aside. 1982 Nolan Ryan. If you don't know, the Series 1 or the top set this year is going to look very much like this 1982 card with what I call the hockey sticks on the left-hand side of the card. The only difference is I believe that they take the name, the team name, and move it to the top and put the player name on the side. So that is the 1982 card of Nolan Ryan in his Astros days. 1990 Fleer, Sammy Sosa rookie card. I put this card in there because it is a really nice card, to be honest with you. The corners are really sharp, pretty decent Sammy Sosa card. Not worth much because he probably will never be in the Hall of Fame. This guy, however, is right there in the bottom right-hand corner. Pedro Oliva, a la Tony Oliva. But he was one of my top 3 favorite Twins when I first started following the Twins back in the early 70s with Rod Carew and Harmon Killebrew, but Tony Oliva was a great player. One of the best and purest hitters to ever play the game was Tony Oliva. I don't know how many Silver Sluggers he won, but it seems like every year it was either Rod Carew or Tony Oliva that won that Silver Slugger award. If his knees didn't go bad, he would have definitely played a significant amount more time. This is a 1985 Roger Clemens rookie card. Nice 1985 card there of Roger Clemens on the rookie. It is slightly miscut left to right. Probably put it at like 80-20 left to right. Probably about the same top to bottom, so it's would probably grade out at maybe a 7 because the rest of the card is in really good shape other than that issue. 1975 Rod Carew card. Nice 1975 Rod Carew. You don't see many 75s that are in pretty decent shape. This one does have a dinged up bottom right hand corner, but the rest of the card is okay. The corners are, all four of them are kind of soft. There's no creases on the card. I put this card in there because of the fact that I really liked Manny Sanguillen back in the day with the Pittsburgh Pirates, and he was a World Series winning catcher. Really good catcher for the Pittsburgh Pirates back in the day was Manny Sanguillen. So this was always one of my favorite cards. I absolutely love the 72 set, and it is a really nice set. So really one of my more favorite cards in my collection. Bobby Bonds, Barry's dad, Hall of Famer Bobby Bonds. Really nice card here. It does have a tape mark in the bottom of the corner or bottom of the card, and it does have a crease as well along the left-hand side. But nonetheless, it is a pretty decent Bobby Bonds card, other than the fact the back is all jacked up too. Probably wouldn't grade out at more than a 2 at best, probably a 1. Ron Santo, another Hall of Famer, Ron Santo. This card is not creased, does have slightly dinged up corners. The cut on this card, as most 71s are, is 95.5 left to right. If you don't know, 71 Topps is my very favorite set of all time. So it is one that I always adore, even though it is always hard to find these cards in good condition because of the black borders. But a big fan of the 75 set. Here's Bill Brown on the 1970 Topps card, on the Bill Brown card. This was the first year I actually started collecting cards, was 1970. And Bill Brown was one of my favorite running backs back in the day. Here's a 73, Manny Sanguillen. I will always call out Manny Sanguillen if I can. Even though this card isn't in the best of shape, it does have pretty dinged up corners. No creases that I can see, other than maybe the bottom right, but other than that. Hoyt Wilhelm on the 71. The centering is really bad on this card, probably 99-1 left to right. Top to bottom is probably 90-10. But Hoyt Wilhelm, another Hall of Famer on the 71. A 72, Lou Piniella, back in his Kansas City Royals days before he went on to the New York Yankees. Decent card there of Lou Piniella. Actually, the centering is pretty good, and the corners are actually in decent shape. This card is pretty disappointing on the 1969 Hank Aaron card. It looks fairly decent from the front. The corners are pretty smashed up, but wait for it, let's look at the back. Bad. This looks like it was probably like a Wacky Pack sticker, or Wacky Packs were pretty big back in the day, and I think that is what this is that was taped over the back of this Hank Aaron card. It looks like someone tried to take it off after the fact, but you still have half of the Wacky Pack sticker on the back of the Hank Aaron. Ruins the card, unfortunately. The front is in decent shape, but the back is trash. Anyway, so that is that card. Willie McCovey on the 1975 Willie McCovey. Another Hall of Famer is Willie McCovey. A great Giant for many, many, many years. And a 1966 Lou Brock. Lou Brock was one of my favorite players. What year was his rookie year? 1960? 61? Yeah, 1961. Looks like he played a year here in St. Cloud in the Northern League. Wow, that's pretty incredible. I didn't know that Lou Brock played it in Minnesota in 1961. That's pretty interesting. 128 games, 501 at-bats. I didn't know that at all, so that is new information that I just got just this very second off the back of the card. He batted 381 or 361 in St. Cloud. 14 home runs. That's kind of surprising because he was not known as a great home run hitter. Ty Cobb on the Upper Deck Legends card. I just threw that in because he is on the All-Century team. In 1981, Donruss, George Brett. And a 1972, Sparky Anderson, George Sparky Anderson. He was a legendary, probably considered, I would say, definitely a top 10, if not top 5 manager of all time. I mean, he was the manager of the Big Red Machine back in the early 70s, and he went on to manage the Detroit Tigers to a couple of World Series appearances in the 80s. Really a legend in the managerial ranks for sure. Cal Ripken on the 1993 Upper Deck SP. 93 Upper Deck SP is one of my favorite sets from the early to mid-90s, and probably singled the end of the junk wax era was the 1993 Upper Deck SP set. That is what kind of changed the game. Along with the 92 Bowman set, to be honest, because 92 Bowman was a highly sought-after set for sure back in the early 90s. An Ichiro card of Skybox Limited Edition. What year is this? I don't know if this is his rookie. 2004 Fleer. So probably not his rookie card, but an early Ichiro card. And this is really a nice stock card. Pretty decent card there of Ichiro. A high-end card. A 1996 reprint card, Nolan Ryan from 1987. You can see the 1996 indication right there on the bottom. But a nice reprint card there of Nolan Ryan. I just threw this one in because it is an early Topps Chrome card. This is of Ivan Rodriguez Star Power card of Topps Chrome. This is one of the first years that Topps came out with the Chrome cards. And again, this was at the end of the junk wax era. And here's a 92 Bowman. I think I got a couple of them here. One of Jeff Bagwell and one of Tony Gwynn, 2 Hall of Famers, in the 1992 Bowman set. Probably my favorite set from the early 1990s. A set that I collect a lot of. I have pretty much at least one full set of 92 Bowmans. And so these are 2 cards that were in that particular set. I believe the Jeff Bagwell might be a rookie card. I believe it is his rookie card, is the Jeff Bagwell 92 Bowman. A little bit of hockey for you. Ed Belfour, a great goalie for the Blackhawks in the 90s and 2000s, is Eddie Belfour, and this is his rookie card in the 1992 Upper Deck card. 90 Fleer, or 90 score, Larry Walker, Hall of Famer Larry Walker card on the 1990 score. And the last card I have is this 1987 Jose Canseco Topps Gold Cup card. His rookie card is this Jose Canseco. So that's what we got, guys. That's all we got out of that column, out of that box. We just have one more column to go over. It is the last column in the box, and then I might have a couple more videos similar to this. They seem to get pretty good reaction, so I do like making these videos for sure, going through cards in my PC. I'm also working on sorting cards on my PC, so I wouldn't be surprised to create some videos showing you guys some additional finds as I go through and sort cards. Anyways, guys, thanks for checking out this video. I really appreciate it. Be safe out there, guys, and happy collecting. We'll talk to you guys later.